Welcome to ZX Spectrum Memories. Today I'll be looking at Carrier Command by Rainbird software, released in 1989 at a cost of £14.99, which is quite expensive for games, but to be fair, it's a huge game. I love this game, and it came in a nice big box with an audio tape of the title music, which you could play on your hi-fi in them days, and it was really good, and it was such a catchy tune, and I still like it today. It takes a hell of a while to understand what's going on, but this game is amazing. It's a huge game, and it's got such a scope in terms of like what you do and what you need to do. It's massive. You got two carriers starting opposite ends, and you have to go through, build up your own network of supplies to supply your carrier, and basically try and destroy the other carrier. It is a huge game, and was well received at the time. So let's see what the magazines actually did think about it, shall we? So it's in Your Sinclair issue 43, page 22, where they give it life expectancy of 96%, graphics of 92%, instant appeal 66%. I'm guessing that's mainly low because it's probably quite a steep learning curve to get into it. Addictiveness 96%, and overall it got 94%, which is a Your Sinclair mega game. So they obviously quite liked it. Let's have a look at Crash. Now in Crash it's over 3 pages, so these are the first page. It's a really nice sort of article and drawings in this one as well. But if we have a look at the other page, there's the ratings. So it's in Crash issue 63, page 12. They give it presentation of 98%, graphics 98%, sound 96%, playability 96%, addictive qualities 98%, an overall rating of 97%, and obviously that gives it a Crash Smash. Okay, so finally, there we go, we can look at Sinclair User. It's in issue 87, page 6, and they give it graphics of 95%, sound 89%, playability 94%, lastability 96%, and an overall rating of 96%. Okay, so with that all being said, let's have a look at some gameplay. Okay, so this is Carrier Command, and this game is huge, to be fair, so it's going to be a sort of a playthrough which is not really going to touch the surface, really, to be honest. It's got some great music. If you wait a second, we'll probably get that. There we go. Perfect timing. Okay, yeah, so that's the music, but when you bought the game in the big box, it came with the proper tune on audio cassettes, which you could just play on your hi-fi or whatever, and listen to that. So right, so let's go into this. Now this, you could actually use the Kempston mouse in this game. So there are so many options down here. So that's obviously your save and everything. That's your carrier. That's part of your carrier defences. Here is your walrus and your mantas. Okay, so first things first, you've got icons over this side which represent what you're looking at here. So we'll go to map, we can zoom in on ourselves, and we are here. So first thing we need to do is go somewhere else. So the blue islands are the ones that you are friendly to you. So oops, let's go here. So I always try and land not too close if I can help it, because I usually ground the carrier if I'm not careful. So we'll try about here. Program the speed up a bit and program the carrier. So now the carrier's on autopilot to take us there. Now obviously that's quite a long way to go, but it does have a time-lapse function. But while that's doing that, we'll go to the walrus thing, fittings, and we want to give it a bit of fuel. Cannon, and we'll give it a resource, so that'll start getting some resources. The manta, again, that's your airplanes in effect. We want to go there. I'm going to give it some fuel and some missiles. I mean, the other carrier at the minute, if we have a look at the maps, let's zoom out a bit. So the red ones will be the other carrier. So currently he has one right at the end, and the idea is you just try and keep moving through, organising resources to collect for your carrier, missiles, etc. So zoom, let's click on that. That brings us back to the carrier we're at. Now obviously we're only there, so if you click on this and hold it down, it produces a time lapse, which is brilliant. You watch me ground the carrier. Actually, I'll take it off a minute and try and zoom in on the carriers. Oh, that's not too bad. So you can see now we're near an island. Okay, and we're stopping, hopefully rather quickly, because we are about to ground. Oh, look at the depth. I think we should really back out a little bit there. Let's try and go back a bit. Put a bit of depth under the yeah, that's a little bit better. Just flip that to stop me going. Right, so now we need to put that into the dock and launch it with that. Okay, we can click on the map and zoom in. Now this, you just want to go there and program it to go that way. So again, you are basically moving this off the boat onto the island to deploy a resource. In this case, you can do resource, factory, or defense. We're getting resource. So let's just put one of these mantas on the deck so you can see it. Did we? Yeah. So there's the manta on the deck. That's the walrus, isn't it? Where we get? We're almost there. So we'll go up here next. It's nice that you can program it. As I say, it's an absolutely huge game, really. So what we'll do, we'll just take this manta and we'll just fly it around just to show you. We'll just put it across there. Program that. You can fly these things. They are pretty difficult to fly. So you click that one and that'll take that off. So we've got a manta in the air as well. Should the other carrier suddenly gain super speed and catch up with us. So you can see in the manta. And the walrus is on the ground and he's almost there, so we'll go there next. And then once we're on the island, we're going to select this this item here, and there's the manta. Look, I think that's a manta. Yeah, that's my manta in here. You have to be a bit careful with regards to positioning things, because these do not drive round things, they'll just go straight and hit anything. Believe me. So you can deploy a resource thing on the island and then run into it and destroy it for yourself. So once we're on, what we're going to do, where are we up to? Right, what we're going to do next is we're just going to turn this round a little bit, I think. Okay, just to position, stop there. Right, so yeah, I remember seeing this in the magazines of the day, and I just wanted this game. I really did. So we have to take it off the autopilot and press the right mouse and fire that off. So that then becomes a blue island, and we need to get this to go off without hitting anything, and then put it back down here towards the boat. I think that'll do. Yeah, let it go a bit further. There. Right, so the aeroplane is flying around just around that position. So if we leave it on auto and we send it back to base, you can see the carrier here, look. That's where we're flying to. As I say, for the Specky, this was a really good game. Okay, we've got messages, then bleeps are messages. I presume that the other carrier's already gained at least one island. So you can see you got a little radar at the bottom, sort of left near the pause button, showing you where things are. So the manta's just coming here, look, just at the top there, and they'll come straight down onto deck. Should be any minute now. He says there she comes. There. Right, so we can then get him back into the fitting area just to reload everything up. I always used to keep Manta or so fully armed just in case the other carrier turned up, because once that turns up it'll start firing and attacking you. Right, let's get this back into the dock area. There he is, look, in the back there. So we get him to come back in. And while that's coming in, we can then look where we're going to go next, which I think would probably be better to go to where one near us. And oops, this island here, I think. Let's try not to ground the carrier again. Well, I didn't ground it, just there. So if we go to about here, wait for this to come back on board. This thing is in. It's in the dock, so we bring it through. Okay, I can't bring that in fitting. Why can't I bring that in? Not sure. Yeah, we're in the dock, so we should be able to bring that in. Ah, maybe the doors weren't closed, so that's back into the thing. Fitting area to where you can then reload what you want with that resource. So let's get a factory on the next one. I think they go in the back, and I always like to give it a gun just in case. So then we can program the ship, and that'll start moving. Like I say, this game is just so big. We'll time lapse that as well. Get a bit of speed on, you'll see him come flying in at the top in a minute. It is a fantastic game, but it's just so big. Here we come. You watch me ground the carrier this time. I have to do some repairs on it. Oh, we're coming in fast. Depth is going down. Where's the cross? Perhaps that is a bit too close, so maybe we should reprogram to there. Yes, that was probably too close, because this one's just as close, and then, oh my goodness me. Oh, yep. Oops. Grounded the carrier. So you can then see what you've damaged on your carrier. Damage would be here, look. Damage the superstructure a little bit. Everything else should be 100%. So we'll let that repair. I think the superstructure's high repairs yet. So you also have like this magnifying gun as well, so you can then use that to shoot when the other carrier comes in. We shall zoom in on this and we'll go here. Like I say, it's kind of making sure that the things programmed properly around. You have to literally program it around, because otherwise if I programmed it straight on an island it would probably hit the carrier, damage the superstructure even more. So we'll just get this back onto the island and we'll throw that up just as a bit of protection. Not that the other carrier is anywhere near, to be fair. So we'll just let them two go up. Right, so let's have a look at messages. There's no current ones. But if we look at the map and zoom it over here, you can see he's took 2 islands already. So he's getting on quite well. That's my Manta. My Walrus is almost on point. I think it can't be far off now. Okay, it seems to be doing a bit of a turn to stop there. Very strange. Like I say, here we go, stopped. First we take the auto off, get the bomb, press the right mouse and fire it away. Okay, so that's then deployed as a factory. Now again, it's kind of making sure you don't hit anything. Right, let's get this walrus off here as safe as we can. We'll go off here where I can't see any problems. I'll bring the Manta back to the ship, I think. This needs to then be programmed to come behind the ship. And there you go, there's the ship as we're coming towards the landing. There you go, you can see the ship from there. There's a message. Let's see what that one says. There you go, enemy have taken outpost. These messages they last a couple of minutes and then they disappear, so if you don't get them quite quickly you don't see what they were. don't think there's a way of getting back messages, so but I mean, for the humble specky, this game was huge, and you can see the amount of work that would have gone into this. So, but yeah, it's well worth a little play, this game. Let me just get this walrus back on board. Vehicle returning, so that means he's coming in. There's the back of the carrier. There's so much depth to this game that it's just learning everything about it to try and understand. So it's a good job I'm not trying to drive it in here, I tell you. I'd have hit the boat already. Plus I had a big fire on top of the boat with the fact that I'd probably crash the aircraft. So he goes in, and the door should shut on us. But yeah, it's well worth a little look, this game. If you're there you go, door's shutting. Okie dokie. And that mantis should be on deck. Yep. Like I say, you got magnification on this. You can zoom up, look around in this. You can look at the island, whichever way that is, and zoom out a bit. See what I'm doing? I'm spinning the turret there. There's the island. And there's some bits of base on there now, which is what is our thing. Let's just do that. So that's all our factory stuff. Again, you can then set up ways to resupply the ship and everything. But yeah, it's a good game, well worth a look. If you played it, let us know what you thought about it. And then if you can hit the like, subscribe and bell notification for further videos, that would be great. I think we'll leave it at that for now, and thank you very much.